All right. Stumbled across a thru hiker. I never expected to see a thru hiker. What's your name?
Andrew.
Andrew.
My trail name is Aquaman.
Aquaman. All right, Aquaman. So you're finishing up today at Harper's Ferry,
Yeah, today's my last day hiking on the trail.
which is how far from here?
Harper's Ferry is what, like 8 more miles?
I don't think so. Although I'm not sure because I turned around. I started at Keys Rock
Oh, okay.
or Keys Gap or whatever parking lot down there, so I'm only a mile from being back. But I was told I was a little over a mile away from Harper's Ferry when I turned around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you might only have 5 miles left.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, it's kind of a surreal feeling, just like I've been on the trail for about 3+ months.
Wow.
And yeah, it's finally coming to a close.
So where'd you originally start then?
So I started at Amicalola State Park in Georgia.
Okay.
And then hiked up the approach trail to Springer Mountain and then headed north from there.
So so you're just doing half of it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So this is going to be your last day, but are you going to do the second half and get the Katahdin or?
Ooh, maybe another year.
Another year.
Yeah, my legs need a couple of years of rest.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can definitely imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so what's the biggest thing that's happened in the last 3 months?
Ooh.
You got to have some enlightenment from the trail.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for me, it just I learned to just enjoy the trail.
Okay.
You know, not try too hard.
Yeah.
You know, in the beginning, I was like really pushing, trying to do as much miles as I can per day, really pushing myself to the limit.
Yeah.
And then eventually, your body wears out. So, you know, after about a month, I realized I wasn't enjoying it, pushing myself every day. So, once I started to kind of lower my bar a little bit,
Sure.
maybe, in a way, I started to enjoy it more when I wasn't
And that's what it's really about, right?
Oh, yeah.
Why are we doing this? Just
Yeah, sometimes you get lost in the mileage and in finishing that you forget to enjoy it. So I guess I think the biggest thing for me is just a different perspective on how to approach things.
all my life I've kind of wanted to do a marathon, and I've never come close.
Yeah.
And every year I start training, and I'm like, get as fast as a mile, do it as fast as you can, And this year my miles are the slowest ever.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to take my time and have fun with it.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully eventually I'll make the mark. What do you think, Snoodle?
Yeah, it's kind of like the same here. Like, it's not a race, it's a marathon. So, can't be always trying to go your fastest the entire time. You know, and just kind of pace yourself.
And I think Harper's Ferry is kind of like the halfway point, right?
It's
close.
It's less than halfway. I think the official halfway mark is somewhere in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
But it's like the official halfway mark. Usually that's where people go and like flip flop.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So it's about half. It's still a good 1,000+ miles from Georgia.
Okay.
And then,
yeah. Only 1,000 miles of walking.
Yeah, only 1,000.
Only 1,000.
No big deal.
You're gonna come up to a family up here that's they're preparing to do it someday.
Oh, as a family?
Yeah, as a family.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, the girl's 7. She's like, I'm 7, and I'm like, yeah, you're just starting life.
Yeah.
You're at the beginning.
Yeah.
But she thinks she's not.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, this is my first video ever of anybody, and I've been thinking of making a YouTube channel for a couple years now, but I've always got so much going on, and life gets in the way. And today I was just thinking that maybe this will be the day I actually start it.
Okay. Well,
It's called Jack of All Adventures. If you want to look it up. I do have some subscribers and stuff that I lucked into, I'll say.
Okay.
But yeah, look it up, and I'll put your video on there for sure.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Aquaman, huh?
Yeah.
How'd you get that name?
So when I started hiking, I was carrying a lot of water with me, and I didn't know that it was more than necessary.
Okay.
Yeah, I carried 5 liters of water with me, and then it just made your pack really heavy, and I wasn't drinking all of it every day, you know. So
Sure.
and water was plentiful, at least down in Georgia when I started.
Okay.
You know, there were lots of springs every couple miles, so you didn't really have to worry about you know having all the water you needed for the day on your person. So
How much preparation did you do?
probably I already had a lot of backpacking gear.
Uh-huh.
So I decided to just use what I have. I just had to buy a few things, and then spent you know probably maybe a week's worth of research on the internet.
A week? A whole week?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Just figuring out if I have the right gear, how do I get supplies, whether I need to ship supplies in or I could just walk off of town, and a lot of logistics. But
Have you had much family support or anyone helping you along the way, or?
yeah, I had my brother and sister send me some packages
Okay.
along the way, and just a lot of I guess moral support.
Sure.
Whenever I'm feeling a little, if I'm struggling or something, and I need some encouragement, I just give them a call, and friends, family, whoever it may be, they just kind of support me and help me push on.
Cell phone work most of the time?
I keep it off most of the time, but it's very spotty. It depends where you're at.
Yeah.
But, there's never been a point where I was like in desperate need of cell service and I didn't have it.
Okay.
Let's put it that way. Yeah.
That's cool. Have you stayed anywhere off the trail? In a hotel or take some breaks?
I really started enjoying staying at hostels.
Okay.
Yeah, so they come across this trail pretty frequently, and they're just a great place to just take a rest, rest my legs. I think rest is very important because your body has its limits,
Yes.
So, I make sure to rest at least like once or twice a week.
Okay.
Get off the trail, find a hostel nearby, and spend a day or two there. And then usually that's also when I would resupply for food.
Okay.
Shower, do some laundry, clean up, and then try to eat up as much as I can in town. Try to get as much calories in so it'll sustain me for the next section of the hike.
Yeah, that's cool. So what's next? Today's the last day of hiking, so do you have a plan?
I have my car at my friend's house, so I'll have to pick it up. And I live in California, so I'm gonna do a little road trip back home. Stop by different national parks, different towns.
That's
sightsee,
awesome.
and then I try to transition back into the real world. It's been a good couple months off of
Well, if you don't,
working and everything. Yeah.
if you don't like the real world, there's always a Pacific Crest Trail too.
Yeah, I could always do more hiking, right? Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. All right, well, I'll let you get along the way. I really appreciate the interview, though.
Oh, no problem. It's been my pleasure, and my honor to be your first video.
Yeah, and you'll definitely have to look me up so you can.
Yeah.
This will be. I've done at least one other interview of somebody that had thru hiked it last year, but I never even put it online.
Yeah. But
or on
if
the
you hike the trail enough, you'll always come across somebody that's done it or is doing it. Like everyone, like every day I come across somebody, they ask if I'm thru hiking and stuff, and sometimes they'll say, "Oh yeah, I thru hiked it back in so and so," and around summertime, you'll definitely come across a lot of people.
I did hit the bubble back in August.
Yeah.
And right at the Connecticut-New York border.
Yeah.
And I bumped into Etsy and Overkill.
Yeah.
Just randomly bumped in. I followed Etsy for 6.5 miles.
Yeah.
And these guys were not in shape for that 13-mile hike because we had 6.5 miles back.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And that's what we're kind of doing today is we're wearing the dogs out so they can hang out in the car the rest of the day.
What's their names?
What's that?
Dog
This is Snoodle.
Snoodle.
And this is Chloe, and Chloe is ready to get back in the car.
Ah, yeah.
We got a mile left, and then we're going to go do some healthy vegan eating
Yummy.
at my friend's health optimization
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
event. All right. Well, awesome, man. Well, you got a hat too. I think you should hang on to that and see if you can find somebody.
Yeah.
And if not, that should be your souvenir.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I could definitely clean it up, but maybe I'll just. Is there like a trailhead coming up?
Well, I think Harper's Ferry. I think there's quite a bit at Harper's Ferry. I kind of
Okay.
wanted to make it that far, but I got to get back and
Oh, yeah.
do my thing. I might do it tomorrow, though.
Oh, okay.
I'll know more about it tomorrow.
Well, you might see it there hanging.
Yeah, yeah. If I see it there, I might collect it as my souvenir. All right. Well, Aquaman, I appreciate it.
All right.
This has been a pleasure. And yeah, look it up. I'm definitely putting this one up.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you. Peace
Take
out.
care. Bye.